What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So, we've got some exclusive news today. Deontay Wilder's manager, Shirley Winkle, has essentially come out and told Deontay Wilder to shut up whining, in so many words, obviously. Let me read to you the full leaked exclusive piece. Shirley Winkle said the following in regards to Wilder and the recent go-on-ins ever since he got filled in back in February 2020. Yeah? So let me tell you one more time. Shirley Winkle, Deontay Wilder's #1 manager, has broken his silence on what happened a year ago. And he said the following. I remember there was only one time in Deontay Wilder's past where he's been the underdog. That was the first Bum-Ainsley fight. For that fight, he got disciplined and did what he needed to do. I think he just believed there was no way Tyson Fury could beat him. It disrupted his equilibrium, I guess, is the best way to say it. He had a lot of things he thought about. Over the last year, he's had a lot of things that he's thought about. However, I think he should have not said them. He did, and I reckon he meant them. But now he's more, okay, now I've got to prove it. I can't talk, and that's what he's going to do. There you go then. You heard that from Shirley Winkle. Shirley Winkle said, I'll repeat it again, I think he should have not said them. So when Wilder's coming out and saying, oh man, it was the white man, and it was the privilege, and oh man, my name's Deontay Wilder, and I'm the most feared. I'm the most feared who's gonna whine about my hair being dented. He dented my head, and so you heard there from Wilder again, exclusive audio recording, played it back for you. Wilder crying and whining, and Shirley said, listen, we've heard a whole bag from Wilder. Unfortunately, we've heard a whole bag from the 6'7", 230-pound man whining. Oh man, he dented my head. It's privilege. Yeah? No doubt. Shirley Winkle told him, listen, he should not have said them. And Shirley Winkle's an 80-year-old man. I'm sure he's quite partial to some moaning. However, he knows what this game is. We're not selling. This isn't croquet. This isn't polo, where it's all a big debate. We're talking the most vicious sport here. Gladiator sport. The gladiatorial sport of 2021 is boxing. This isn't no MMA either. We're a whole bunch of fake dons who get knocked out by YouTubers. This ain't that. This is boxing, the real deal. There's a reason. No, you know me, I like Jake Paul, yeah, but there's a reason Jake Paul can't take on the top boxers right now. Yeah, and there's a reason he can walk straight through MMA Hall of Fame GOAT #1 pound for pounds. Do you know why? Because boxing's a real sport. On that note, yeah, Deontay Wilder is in boxing. Now, if Deontay Wilder was in MMA, where it's all kind of WWE-ish and Dana White's done a great job conning the fans and whatnot into believing it's something, Ultimate Fighter and whatnot. No, Ultimate get knocked out by a YouTuber. That's what it is. But Deontay Wilder's not in that. Deontay Wilder, you are not participating in the Ultimate get knocked out by a YouTuber. Yeah? This ain't that. This is boxing. So what you need to do is take your whining, take all that goofiness somewhere else, is what Shelley's saying. Shelley, rightly or wrongly, has been involved in this sport for God knows how long. He's been involved in the sport. He's worked with many people. Vladimir Klitschko, for example, a unified undisputed champion. Guess what? Klitschko got whooped many times. You never heard him really whining and moaning. Yeah? Deontay Wilder is meant to be the most feared. But yet he whines and he moans and he cries, and all of his fangirls back him and love him to do it. Oh man, Deontay, tell them again. It was the white man. The white man did it. You're right, he did. He whooped you. He filled you in. Yeah? And what's your point? You signed to fight a white man. He filled you in. I don't get what the big thing is here. What? You know what I'm saying? I don't get where the big mystery is. Because guess what? In the first fight, when you was winning, you didn't mind. You weren't talking about privilege then. It was all fun and games. You loved it. Yeah? You loved it. And now all of a sudden you got a good whooping. And I can't lie to you. It did look a bit like a systemic whooping. The way he whooped you, yeah, it looked like I can see how you may have thought there was some systematic abuse going on there, 100%. Because the way you got whooped was systematically, yeah? That was systematic oppression, no doubt. The way Tyson Fury whooped Deontay Wilder, that was, what's the word? That was similar to, yeah? Some systematic oppression. You got systematically oppressed in that ring. We can't deny that. Oh, YB, you're lying. What do you mean? Wilder himself said that. Wilder himself said Tyson Fury systematically oppressed him all around the ring. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean to do about that? That came out of Wilder's own mouth. And that's what Shelley Winkle's saying. Shelley Winkle's telling him, shut up, whining. Why would you... I don't understand this, yeah? For all you goofies, all you Wilder fangirls, yeah? All you goofies out there, why would you want your opponent, your ops, to know that that's how you feel? I wouldn't, even if I felt that way, yeah? I wouldn't want my opponents to know that I felt systematically oppressed by the whooping I just took. I'd suck it up and say, you know what? I feel really beat up. However, I don't want my opponent to know that. Instead, you man have been shouting for the last, oh man, he got so whooped and it's not fair how whooped he got and what's wrong with you man crying? Suck it up. Oh man, he dented my head. Even if he did dent your head, yeah? Why are you telling him that? Because now Fury can rock in there thinking, you know what? I dented this man's head. I'm going to dent it again. I'm going to dent it some more. I'm going to hit him right in the same place and make sure it goes in a bit more. Yeah? But it's the thing. You fangirls, you're too low IQ. You don't know what's smart and what's not smart. Shelley Winkle said he should not have said them. And that's not rocket science there. That's just basic etiquette in this sport. We're in the gladiator sport. But unfortunately, this is what's happened in 2021. In 2021, everyone's crying about how they feel. Oh, man, you're 6'7", 230-pound man. It's not a good look. I don't care how many fruity dons you hang around with. I mean, listen, you best believe Wilder hangs around with a whole load of fruity tooty dons. A whole load of 2021 fruity tooties. Look at the whole LDBC. Listen, there ain't one man from the LDBC who can say nothing to the YB. Not one of you, man. Not even a bit of, in fact, not even three of you, man, at once can say anything to the YB. No doubt. Because you're too fruity. Yeah? I'll take one look at you and you'll say, oh, man. Oh. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when a real man pulls up to LDBC goofies. They wouldn't know what hit them. Yeah? Oh, man. And trust me, you best believe, if you thought Fury was bad, the way the YB would whoop on the LDBC, you man would be screaming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. It'll be on one of them ones. I'll leave you man on some George Floyd thing, no doubt, 100%. He'd have me in the docks, 101,000,000%. Yeah. So unless you want me to serve you up one of them ones there, you man must wind your neck in, no doubt. Because this sport is about sport. All that whining ain't a good look. And if it is, get your get back. Yeah? If it is, get your get back. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Because we ain't living in 1860 where, oh, you know. And that's what I can never understand. Again, if you believe there was something deeper going on, yeah, why didn't you say to yourself, you know what? That's how I feel. But instead of crying about it, and making my whole squad look weak. I'm not being funny yet. All Wilder and his supporters look real weak right now. You've let the whole side down. And if this was about race, yeah, you've made everyone on your side look real weak. Like you've made everyone on your side look like a whole bunch of crybabies. Oh man, and that's what you've done. You should have said, you know what? I'm going to stand up and be a strong black man. That's what you could have done. Despite what I've had thrown at me, much like the ancestors, I'm going to stand up, suck it up, and you know what I'm saying, and get my get back. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, my name Deontay Wilder, man. Just crying. Oh, I'm telling you now, the ancestors are looking at you and they're not impressed, not even a bit impressed. They're thinking about what they went through and seeing you crying there, whining, and crying about it. Suck it up. Get on with it, man. Get your get back. I don't understand. What's all the crying for? To what end? To what end has Wilder's crying done anything? Oh man, he put a whole video out saying, "Oh man, you know, you're never gonna get a black man down. What do you mean? You was crying for about three weeks. What do you mean you're never gonna get a brother down? You was down. You was whining. Yeah? I would have loved for you to have been, despite all of our disagreements, you could have handled the situation like a true, strong Don. You could have sucked it up and said, you know what, yeah, I may feel this way, but I'm not going to let my ops know that that's how I feel. Oh, no, no, no. 2021 fruitytooty.com. Cry, 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 cry. What part of that's strong? What part of that didn't get you down? Oh, man, I'm not going to let her. He not going to get a brother down. Well, you was down. You was all the way down. Because we heard it all. Yeah? And whatever wasn't down, you was twerking. So, I mean, he turned you out. No doubt. Because you weren't. What we do know is, before February 2020, you weren't twerking. So, I don't care what no one says. He got turned out. That's what the definition of turned out is. Because before, you've had 30 years on this planet. Or Wilder's had 30 years on the planet. I've never seen him twerking. Is it a coincidence? Weeks after Fury whoops him all around the place, he starts twerking. No, he got turned out. Yeah, Fury implanted female tendencies into Wilder. Fury had Wilder feeling like a female in there. Yeah, feeling like a helpless female. That's how he was. And it's simple as that. Because Wilder wasn't doing these female actions before, and now he's twerking and he's dancing. And he's adopted his new gender role, yeah? Because in every situation, we see it all the time. In every situation between two men, there's always going to be a top and a bottom, yeah? And that's what a fight is. A fight is about determining who is the top, who is the bottom. Fury was the top. You was the bottom. Fury turned you out. Yeah? Fury turned you out and you was twerking. So, simple as that. It's no coincidence. It's just what it is. Fury broke Wilder so bad, he don't even really know. You know what I'm saying? He's forgotten that he was a man, kind of thing. He's forgotten his male gender role. He's now adopted the new Fruity Tooty 2021 female gender role. Wilder identifies as a female right now. And he might not admit it to you, but let's not forget. He said he wants to have a baby and all these other things. And after the way Fury did him, you best believe. Yeah? Because Fury did Wilder wrong. No doubt. Fury did Wilder so wrongly. I'm hearing that 9 months after February, yeah, Wilder was expecting to give birth. That's how deep Fury went. That's how much Fury was digging his guts out. No doubt. So anyway, you've heard that from Shelley Winkle. Shelley Winkle said, listen, fix up and keep your mouth shut, Wilder, because you're letting the whole side down. I feel bad. This is the thing. Your dons here, your LDBC dons, ain't even smart enough to know how bad it looks. But I'm telling you now, from someone who's neutral, it's a bad look. I felt, listen. The part of me, yeah, felt bad for you, put it that way. Yeah, it felt real bad for you. The way you let your whole side down. But again, it's even worse because your dons don't even know how bad it looks. You man think it's good. You man think it looking and sounding fire. Oh man, he dented his head. And why would you ever tell someone that? Why would you ever tell your op that he dented your head and you cry about it? It's unbelievable. It really is. I've never seen anything like it. Show me the fighters of old. Show me Ali crying about how his opponent whooped him so bad. I've never heard anything like it. If anything, fighters would do the opposite. Fighters would swear blind, even if they had been whooped, that it didn't hurt. It was nothing. That's how it used to be. Back in the 80s, fighters wouldn't cry about how bad they got whooped. Even if they did get whooped, they'd say, oh, no, it was fine, it was light, it was easy, whatever. These days, people get whooped and they whine and cry and talk about how it wasn't fair and how it was systematic oppression that did it to them. No, you got in there and you got whooped. That's it. No doubt.